Hey guys, Robert Degle is one of the top leg lockers in the world. I've trained with some of the best leg lock athletes like in New York City at the Blue Basement with Renzo Gracie and John Danaher. Robert currently lives in Vietnam. He's competing at a lot of ADCC Opens where he has racked up quite a serious number of gold medals. He's spreading his knowledge of the heel hook game here in Asia and was gracious enough to let us use some of the footage at a seminar that he taught here in Busan at Jiu-Jitsu Land. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, please support Robert. He has a presence on Instagram and he's doing lots of seminars all throughout Southeast Asia. Please try to find a way to support him for sharing his knowledge with us here today.
All right, guys, so we're gonna start on top against a seated opponent. This is one of the difficult things about guard passing is that to make a system out of it, there's so many things that can happen that we, there's a lot of details. First step here, what I'm trying to get is inside position. And I'm trying to do it in a way that doesn't just give him, that's one thing he can do. He might do that, right? Yeah, he might try to get, we're just gonna show him. So what I'm gonna try to do is
몸 낮게 아까 전처럼 엑스패스식으로
if he doesn't respect this,
키모를
I'm gonna do
안
that.
피하면 가면 되고
As he goes back,
근데 피하면
we're not gonna step over like this. You can do good things here. There's stuff I can do here, obviously, right? We're gonna focus on
옆으로 빠질게요.
And if he doesn't have that grip,
그립 없으면 그냥 걸어가면 돼요.
can't go here. But if he does and I can't get the leg out, okay, then we're gonna start looking at
아까 전처럼 드랩식으로 세팅 만들어주세요.
And from here, again, guys, I don't want you to try to do this. If you can get it, that's great. But
자주 쓰면 좋은데 이게
it's gonna be hard. What I recommend focusing on is from here, get two hands
골반 쪽에
forward, and just try to get this. Look, once it's here, it's past the hip. Now bring your chest down and just focus on holding this.
양쪽 무릎에 받칠게요.
This side. That's not good.
그래서 무릎을 받치고 있어요. 팔꿈치를 무릎 붙이면서 다리가 못 넘어가도록.
Not good. So I want to be here and here. And if he lets go of this,
많이 풀리면 아까 전처럼 똑같이 걸어가면 돼요. 근데
we're assuming he doesn't let go of this. So
안 풀리니까.
So from here, it's not just moving the leg. I want you to do two things. I'm gonna simultaneously step back and move the leg and then move forward. Because I wanna get this leg away from here. Right now he can't do that.
이제 아래쪽으로 훅을 못 만들잖아요.
When I go to grab, I don't wanna be, look, this is so far, he's gonna pull that knee back. So I wanna be here.
뒤로 빠졌다가
And all I'm trying to do is get both feet on one side of my body and then get my chest into the shin. This hand goes here and this arm goes here. I'm not gonna grab the head like you would in the gi. If this is the gi, you can grab, but this is illegal. Right? It's not something you can do. If you grab the head, what you're gonna get is very flexible people who pummel that. Yeah. So there are some people that are so flexible, this won't even stop them. For those guys, you can go like here and stuff. You can go like this. But anyway, so I want you to, this is like the base, like right here. And what's keeping me here, guys, is gonna be some kind of grip with his left hand on my ankle. So I can't move over here. If I can move over here, this is what I'm gonna wanna do. This is still good though, right? But as long as he has this grip on my ankle, it's gonna be hard to move around and finish this pass. He's in a situation now where the only thing stopping me from completing the pass is the angle of this knee and his shin. But that exact angle, this exact angle of his knee and shin is giving me a yawn. If when I do the leg drag, guys, I try to be like, it's unrealistic and he's gonna get the knee back out and away from me. But if I just focus on, again, we grab, it's like I have my step back.
뒤로 빠졌다가 앞으로 붙이세요.
And then I step this forward. Now, if he's here,
상방이
we have the heel hooks or the position. If he wants to defend that, the only way he can defend that,
여기 있는 상황에 디펜스 가려고 하면
that's gonna give me, this is not a good leg drag. This is. But it's really hard to force a good leg drag in no-gi. I don't have like pants to grab, right?
도복도 없으니까 좀 어디에서.
But what I can do is I can use the threat, a very legitimate threat of a leg lock to encourage him, he hides his heel.
근데 우리가
I can't get the heel hook.
이제 힐 훅은 없지만
But
패스가 들어오죠.
I can get a much more solid leg drag, right? Anyway, let's first deal with What if he doesn't want to get his guard pass and he's defending the leg lock? We're going to look at two things. So hold tight to this ankle. He holds that ankle tight. First thing I'm going to see is how far is the heel from my hip. If you see right now, his heel's against my upper thigh. There's no space to get a heel hook like right away. If it's a little farther, now there's space. And this way just a little. Here, look. Now I can catch. So here, if this is there, I'm going to catch. And then I sit down, I hold the knee.
앉을 때 무릎도 같이 잡으면서.
And I throw this leg over. And then we're gonna go over the finish later. Then I have the finish, right?
일단 라운드 먼저 걸치세요.
So again, this is if there's space under the heel, right? I can catch right away. Don't just catch like this though. Because here you sit back, he pulls the knee this way, he gets out. Right? I don't have any control of the knee line.
지금 무릎에 컨트롤 아예 없으면 상대방이 다리가 빠져요.
Yeah, not good. So catch, grab underneath the knee. Okay, now, and before you fall back, actually turn a little bit this way.
먼저 틀어주세요.
So that it's easy to throw this leg over the top. And now this is very strong. Now he might still hold on to the ankle. Yesterday, I didn't see the video. This is how I won my first match. If I remember correctly, I think he actually pummeled in here. And we got, I don't remember. I got to see the video. But you can still obviously get him. This is still very strong. Here, now if the heel is like against my thigh, this is a better defensive reaction. Here,
오른쪽에 붙여져 있으니까 그립이 안 나오죠.
I can't catch the heel right away. But what I can do is I can turn in, we grab this leg, and now I can step over.
이제 넘어갈게요.
And control the other leg. Here, I would really like, obviously, but man, if he's good, he's gonna be pulling his knee this way.
잘하는 사람들은 다리.
And maybe I can't get that. Instead, grab this leg, turn this way, grab here. And now I would like to throw this leg over and then fall back, but sometimes if maybe I can't get, like if it's close here, maybe I can't get this leg. You can sit back and then throw it in. But this would be the best. Like doing it on top still.
여기가 제일 좋죠.
Then
위에서 걸쳐서 뒤로 누우는 게.
You can come back here, you control. You know, this is really, really strong. Yeah. So one more time. We're looking to get, this is like our base right here. Because here, this is a really bad spot for him, right? Because he's giving me good access to leg lock stuff. If he doesn't want to give me that, he's giving me a pass. So again, when he does defend like the correct way against the guard pass, now we assess, okay, is there space for the heel hook right away? If not, I'm gonna get the position first. So here, I'm now gonna move from trying to get this. I'm just gonna focus on grabbing the ankle of the secondary leg. I turn to give my left leg a good angle. And from here, we throw this over the top. And now we have the ability to get the saddle, okay? And from here, guys, what I want you to focus on, control the secondary leg, take this foot, go against your foot, take this elbow, tuck between his legs.
좋은 그립은 이렇게 잡아주세요.
Yeah, just to hold on to the leg. But I mean, you could also like,
뭐 다리가 안 빠지도록.
you could also go very high and grip your thigh and stuff. Yeah, we just want to hold this leg for now.
다리가 안 빠지도록 그리고
And this elbow goes between.
이 팔꿈치가
He's gonna want to get out. This is one. Yeah, he's gonna want to grab my elbow.
사람들이 팔꿈치 당겨서 다리 풀라고 할 수가 있어요.
Yeah, now he can't. So he can still get out, but he's got to get this out first,
이거
right? And if he's good, what he's probably one thing he might do is like, I have to get it out too if I want to heel hook him, right? Like so. He might like wait for it, right? A good person here, there's ways he can get out. There's a lot of good defenses he still has. So I'm gonna bring it out like when I want to. Like if I just leave it here, I give him way more time to escape. Like eventually, to heel hook him, it's gonna have to come out of this space. We're gonna go back to the entry and look at that more later. But for now, let's look at the cross ashi with the saddle.
크로스 아시, 새들 푸시.
Or honey hole. What do you guys call it?
허니호 여기
Saddle? Okay, we'll call this saddle. All right, so there's like 8 names for this position. So this position, let's talk about what I want you to do with your arms and your legs. So we already talked about this arm, start out here between his legs, so he can't get my elbow. This hand, hold the knee above, so he can't pull it that way. So don't be too low on the ankle, because then he can pull out. Like here is good. Don't be too high.
너무 높이도 별로 안 좋고.
But don't be too low. Be like in the middle. And now get this arm pretty far across.
손은
And I go here. If he goes to crush me or something, then you can like push him and stuff. But this is the main spot. This foot and this knee, what they're doing is very, very important. If he's turned this way,
이쪽으로 틀면
This is very bad for him. Okay, this is so bad that what I do with this foot almost doesn't matter. But someone who's good here is gonna turn this way. And now this foot position matters a lot. The worst foot position I can have is this. Because now, so do this light, he can Aoki lock me. If he gets this, yeah, just get it and hold it. This can be really, really hard to get out of. And honestly, if he's strong, if he's good at this move, he's probably gonna finish it. So anytime your foot's even like hanging out over here, it's not good. The other reason it's not good is my knee is really low. Even if I'm holding this leg, he could take this foot
빠진단 말이에요, 다.
and get out like that, right?
빠질 수가 있어요.
Let's go back. Yeah, this is not good for that. I want to have this foot here. And now, look, the knee is very close this way, so it's hard for him to go this way.
어려워요.
And I turn my knee up, so it's very hard for him to get this leg out by curling it. This is very bad. This is very hard for him to get that leg out. Don't worry about this space right now because we're holding this leg. What is he gonna do with it? I'm holding. He can't get in there. Now, if I'm here, now it can be a problem because I'm not holding the leg. But for now, don't worry about it. The main thing we focus on is I don't want to let him pull this leg out, and I don't want to let him curl this leg. So I get, again, not too low, not too high, go right about here, and I hold the knee, and then I hide this elbow. Now this foot, I go here and I raise it. Hard for him to escape now. Now what I'm gonna try to do is just hold with one hand. I take this hand, I go here, and I make a karate chop, and I go underneath. If he's strong, in my finals match at 77, that guy, what was his name?
이현석.
Him, yeah.
실제로 이현석
So strong.
힘이 너무 강해가지고 손을 못 꽂았어요.
You gotta find some kind of space. So maybe under here, maybe through here, some kind of
뒤꿈치
space.
쪽에 공간을 만들어주세요.
Do with a flat hand, because big, this will not fit. And always holding the knee. If I feel like when I'm doing this, he's gonna pull, I'm gonna go back to
다시
here
잡아도 돼요.
and pull him back. So now, once we find some way through,
그러면
I'm gonna push this up to here, and then
그다음에
we can go back for the heel. If the heel hook is there.
힐흑이 있다면
If he's doing a good job of hiding, we're gonna do something different. So if I feel like, okay, heel hook is right there,
heel hook.
that's what we do.
좋아요.
But if he's hiding it
숨기고
well,
있으면
he's gonna hide by, guys, pointing his toes and then rotating.
이렇게
And he's now safe when the foot touches the floor. Come back,
여기서
and instead of going for the heel hook, I catch
잡고
like this. And make sure my elbow
팔꿈치가
is lined up with his toes. And you can sometimes even hold this heel. Just, it depends on what he's doing with the leg,
상관 뭐
but slow him down a little. Now pull this up and hide just a little bit. Now when we go, look, because look, now his foot's not touching the floor.
보시면
His foot doesn't touch the floor, and I can go back and catch. So here, what I'm gonna do is I hip in, and usually I'll like also hold. If I have this leg, I might hold this leg, or maybe I hold the knee. Hold something with this
뭔가
hand.
잡으세요. 왼쪽 손으로 그냥 놀고 있진 않아요.
From here, he's hiding just a little.
이를
I hip in, and I bring my elbow back, and I do a little hop up. And then when I catch, let's go over the catch on the finish next. So next we'll talk about making this tight. We'll do that next. But for now, let's focus on this. This is no good. You've got to make sure you catch. Yeah, you've got to have this. Look at how my forearm is lined up with the side, and my elbow is against his foot. So I can do this. And look at what happens to his foot. It's not pointing anymore, right? So I go like this. I want to be against the side of the foot. If he rotates, no good, because now look, this is the front. I'm against the front of the foot. If he's turned this much, you don't even need to do it. You feel, okay, he's good, he's turning. Don't try to go right to the heel. Just cover the side of the foot. Now, when he goes here, the key is that his foot can't touch the floor. I'm blocking that with this side of my body. I'm gonna hip in, up, and then my elbow's gonna go like this, guys. I fold his toes this way. So right here. So one more time. This takes a lot of practice, guys. But when you get good at it, it's I think one of the best ways to get heel hooks. Oh, and another thing, I forgot to mention this. You guys, make sure your chest hide the heel. Make sure your chest is low. That will make it a lot easier. I'm up here. You can still get it very hard. If you're low, it's very easy. So again, we're here.
여기서
Does this make sense, guys? This is bad because he can, or if he's really flexible, some guys grab your shin. Yeah, like this and
안 좋아요.
not good. I want to go.
뒤꿈치. 다리가 안 빠지도록.
Now I go here. Find sometimes again if he's really strong, like this happens a lot. Sometimes it's hard to find space. You got to find space somewhere. It might be at the knee.
무릎이나.
Might be like
뒤꿈치나.
It might be here. Yeah, sometimes it's hard. And if you feel that when you're doing this, he does this, go back to control. However we get through. If the heel's right there, just take the leg. Yeah. If you feel this, you feel that start to happen, focus on getting a good position of your arm and then pulling it up.
들어주는 게.
And hide the heel. Okay, makes sense. A mistake people make is they're a little impatient in this position. Sometimes they just see the leg, they're like, oh, I want to go for it. I see this all the time. Think of this position as being like, if I have mount. How many times have you guys seen like a white belt? And then the other guy comes on top. It would have been a lot better if the guy focused on getting the arms up. It's way more control, right? Getting the arms up here. Think of this. This is to arm bars as this is to heel hooks. This looks really small, but it's very significant. If you line this grip up right, this is like getting his elbows above his head. Now, it's very important to get it right because the thing is, this looks the same. This is not it. Look where my elbow is. Turn. His toe is, it's touching the floor. Gotta make sure it's like on the side. So that when it turns, it's not touching. It does not. So you want to make sure you are here and hold like this. Call this a shotgun grip or a single action shotgun grip. I actually don't really like that name, but you get here, you pull it up, and we go back. And then we're going to talk about it's not over. Good people can still get out. You've got the heel hook. Go a little higher. No, more like here. Yeah, better. Yeah, he goes underneath. Yeah, good. If you can get the heel hook right away, that's good. But if you are rotating, it's gonna be hard. Okay, don't try to go right to the heel. Focus on covering. Shotgun grip, not here. More like here. This. Bang. Get to there. Yeah. Yes. And then lift up. Yeah. Good. Let's do the rest. So he turns. Now take the elbow back. Can't really see. Kind of. It looks like it. Watch. Let's do it without the legs. It's gonna kind of be like this. He's here, right? Look at this arm. He's here. You're gonna like. This is gonna come out, and it's gonna push. So let's just keep this leg here, and then you're gonna have to tighten it. Yeah. We're gonna tighten next. And goes back. And you gotta push with the elbow here, right? So if I'm here, no good because I'm wrong spot. I want to be here. Right?
Okay.
And then I catch. Pull it up. And then you catch. If I try to catch here, you're gonna slip. Yeah. So okay, give that a try. And see how I lift my hips. So you guys, look, I lift my hips. I want to keep this up. So we're here. And then look, it's all about pushing the toes back. Because you're resisting this way. Yeah, it'll catch here. So guys, let's circle up. Okay, so guys, let's circle up over here. This is not actually the next move. Let's talk a little bit about this. So if it's here, it's too late. It's too far. It's too far. Because again, look, this is the front of his foot. I want the side. Yeah, if we're here. So guys, watch it very, very slow. So we turn like this. Now, if you look at his heel, guys, I get the heel up. I want to make it as high as I can. In real life, it's usually just like a hop. So I hip in, I hop, and now look, this. Look at my hand. My hand comes out. So essentially, what's happening, guys, is my hip height
골반 높이
is keeping the foot off the floor. Before, what was keeping the foot off the floor was my forearm. But I have to move the forearm to get the heel hook. So I'm gonna use my hip height just for a moment. You can't keep it up. You're not gonna be able to raise this heel for long periods of time with your hip height. That's unrealistic. But what you can do is bring it up for enough time to do this. It's gonna
팔이
go here, and then I'm gonna push the toes back.
홀드처럼 뒤끝.
The goal is to push the toes behind the heel, Then the heel will be like pushed outward, and we could catch. And now look, see how this came out?
뒤꿈치가 상관으로 뒤로 밀고 있어요.
It's gonna go back and catch.
그러니까
But now there's a whole other fight, which is resisting this slip, which is a whole other battle if he's good. Yeah, so we're gonna do that next. But one more time, just get this on the side. This is the first thing, and catch now because he's gonna turn, guys. If he doesn't turn, I'm gonna catch him right here. As he turns, now from here, I bring my hips up, so this way and then up, in and then up. That will raise everything. And then the arm's gonna do this, guys. I'm holding the calf,
지금은 저희가 좀
and then I push the toes back. So nice and slow.
보시면 뒤꿈치
Look at this here, guys. There.
이렇게
And then it's gonna push back. What that does is it pushes the toes
발가락이 밀리면서 뒤꿈치가
behind the heel. If you do it slow, it's okay. It's actually very safe. The way we're learning to do heel hooks today is actually the safest way to do them because you're doing it in a controlled way. If you guys saw my matches yesterday, every time I got a heel hook,
경기 보셨으면
no one got hurt. I was very controlled.
로버트 선수가 좀
There was one match in the semis of 77. I got the heel hook. And he wouldn't tap. I looked at him. I was like, "Come on, please." If you look at the video, I make a face. I'm like, "Come on." The closest who came to getting out was the last one, the tall kid at 88. I caught him, and he didn't tap right away. And we rolled, and we got here, and I felt his toes extend. I was like, "Oh, he's trying to slip." He actually had a good thing, and then I did it I did it the hardest on. I did it and then he tapped. Yeah. First, I'm not even gonna use my legs. First, let's just look at my hand. When you first catch, you're probably gonna have something like this. The wrist is basically inside the elbow. Picture a line coming out from my wrist and coming out from my elbow. I want the wrist line behind the elbow line. I'm not close to my rib. I wanna be close to my rib so I can push the toes this way.
발가락을 밀 수 있도록
This will push the toes like this. So right now,
지금은
it's inside or it's in front. Right now, there's no force pushing the toes back, so he can point his toes,
지금 우리가 발가락을 밀고
Yeah.
하니까
and he's gonna get out.
맞아요.
Yeah, it's not very strong. It's a weak grip. So what I wanna do is, I wanna rotate.
그래서 저희가 팔꿈치를
So guys, we wanna rotate. So the way we do that, guys, is I'm gonna be here with the heel hook. I'm gonna lean this way
오른쪽으로 들어서
and bring my elbow to my rib.
팔꿈치를 가볍게 당길게요.
And now this grip here, I pull up
손목을 위로
and out.
바깥쪽으로.
It'll get very tight. I'm just gonna loosen up with the leg.
갑자기
Yeah.
많이 타이트해질 겁니다.
So I'm not leaning back.
뒤로 눕지 마세요.
I'm going this way, and my elbow touches my ribs. So there's no space. I want to touch elbow to ribs and lean this way.
앞쪽으로.
You can practice this with one arm, guys. This hand you can put on the floor to do it slow, so it's very safe. I point my thumb at my face. I pull up to my face. I bring my chin close, and I bring my wrist that way. You okay? If you're doing this right, you're gonna make it very tight before you finish. It all comes from taking my elbow to my ribs. I wanna move my elbow this way as my wrist goes that way. Think of it like you're trying to do this, and then you wanna do like a bicep curl and bring your head to your fist. The elbow needs to be behind the wrist. If you look at your forearm, the more you rotate this way, the easier it is to bring the wrist back. But we don't want to be this. I don't want my palm facing me. Kind of complicated. This is a better block. It can slip over here. So this is a good block, but it's hard to rotate. This is easy to rotate,
이거는 틀기가 쉬운데
but it's not a good block.
다리가 좀 잘 빠요.
This is, I think, a nice happy medium.
생각하시게 돼요.
Okay, so here, lean this way. This is where you start.
있는 상황에서 생각하세요.
I just caught the heel. I'm gonna look what happens here. So I lean this way.
머리 앞으로
My elbow doesn't actually come off the floor. I never do this.
이렇게 떨 필요가 없어.
I bring my body to my elbow.
몸이 쫓아
And then I rotate my wrist out. So the elbow really doesn't move. That's just the tension. Now let's do the actual finish. And guys, if you feel like if the heel is not pointed straight down, you need the heel pointed straight down. Catch it tight and then put your hand and rotate your hips like this. Bringing your elbow. Now, I'm just gonna take this leg. I'm gonna take this leg and I'm gonna compress down. We don't have to bridge. Sometimes you will bridge, but if you get this really tight, you shouldn't have to. The finish comes from, I'm gonna do it like that. The compression, this leg. Look, if there's no tension, look at this.
텐션이 없으면 이게
Watch.
다리가 소용이 없죠.
Because look at the grip.
그립이 틀리니까.
Do you guys see how it's weak? You'll see lots of heel hooks like this.
이렇게 가는 사람도 많이 보일
And look, you could still finish this if you like explode in with your hips. You can still get this. But if he's really tough, he could maybe straighten the leg out
상대방이 디펜스를
and turn this way,
펼쳐서
and he could get out. You know, you can maybe do like a knee bar. There's things you can get, right? But if you want it to be as tight as possible, come a little bit closer. The tightest way to get it, yeah, there's a lot of euphemisms going on here. The tightest way for the best finish is to get the heel pointed at the floor.
뒤꿈치 각도가 땅을 보고 있고.
Now look, I pull my thumb to my chin, my wrist goes out that way,
다 들어가면서
and now I just compress
동시에
this down.
무릎이 아래쪽으로.
That compression only does something to the knee
이 압박이
if you've created a ton of tension here. If there's no tension here, this doesn't do anything. And then you'd have to bridge. But the reason that this is more powerful than the bridge has to do with how much range of motion it has versus a bridge. If I'm here and here, we'll do this. If I bridge, I can't go anymore. And if the leg hasn't broken by this point, it's probably not gonna. Whereas, look here, if I go all the way down
끝까지 땅으로 밟을 거예요.
and he still hasn't tapped, I can still go back.
또 뒤로 골반.
So there's a much wider range of motion. So we're here. Look, I'm gonna do this as light as possible. Look here. Let's say he's like really, really flexible. Okay, he hasn't tapped. Yeah, you can pull back.
뒤로 당기기 시작.
Most people, you won't even have to do that. Most people,
그렇게 안 하셔도 돼요.
the finish will just be this.
이것만 있으면
This.
보통 사람들이 때문에
Keep this on the floor,
무릎을 땅으로
and this goes down. And then to really, if he's crazy flexible, you take this. So after this,
먼저 무릎을 압박을 줄 거고
you go like this.
나머지는 뒤로 몸을.
Okay. Whereas if I bridge, I get the tap either right away or
탭을 잡을 수도 있고.
or if he's crazy flexible, maybe I don't get it. Maybe I'd rather this.
이게 좀 나은 것 같아요.
Okay. Any questions? I just think it's hard to hop your elbow back. That's essentially like my arm versus his leg. So like let's say I'm here, right? I'm like,
여기서 이렇게 가는 거는
it's hard to like actually, you're trying to bend the leg. Like here, if I want to bend the leg, it's easier to, what I'll usually do is I'll like put my hand on the floor and twist my hips. And then I do move, but it's like my whole body. It's more like me, look, it's not actually me like pushing the leg. It's me sliding my chest.
그것보다는 가슴을 또
It's sliding my chest down. That bends the leg. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's like moving my hips and my chest, right? If it's already bent, I guess you can hop sometimes. When I say don't hop, what I mean is just like, just don't try to do this. So be really, really relaxed with your leg. Yeah. This is not gonna happen.
안 좋아요.
You're not gonna take the leg and like bend it with your, does that make sense? Like with your arm, it's not realistic. Here, you can do this kind of a hop. That's actually very good. And then you got him. Yeah, but does that make sense? Yeah, good question. Yeah, so you've got to dip the elbow and then look, pull up and then bring it this way. But what I should have explained more is you have to do this elbow is also gonna go this, but not that much, just a little, right? Like right here, yeah, and then you'll get this. So let me see you try that. So go foot to foot here. No. Put this on the side. Yeah, that's good. Now watch. Dig your elbow into your own hip this way, and pull this towards the wall. Yeah. And now compress. Get your hips closer to his hips. Yeah. Okay, now do it. Yeah. No, but look, this is still so loose. Dig it in. And I'll pull the fist that way. It doesn't feel tight? Like, yes. Okay, watch me do one more time. Hold on. I think you're too far with your hips.
Okay.
Yeah, you're hitting him here. Get your hips closer. Yeah, so get your hips closer.
And leverage is.
Yeah, because look, yes, that's the difference. So look at my leg. I'm hitting him here. Yeah, guys, be close to his hips because. So I didn't explain this. If I'm too low, you could still get it here though. Yeah, you could still get it here for sure. It's no. You could still get it with the compression. Look.
걸리긴 걸려요.
Yeah, it's actually, you know what? That's not the biggest deal. I think it's more so this. You really got to focus on. If, guys, look at my left elbow. When I'm here, I'm gonna lean forward this way, and now look. First, I pull this up, then I'll turn this way, and I'll pull my thumb that way, and I'll bring my elbow. My thumb goes this way, my elbow goes that way. You okay? Yeah, and then this goes down. It's kind of like a slightly so it's a slightly different angle than the regular one is like this.
원래 그냥 한 손으로 할 때는 이렇게 가잖아요.
But if he's crazy flexible,
정말 유연하면 안 걸릴 수도 있어요.
you can go here.
두 손으로.
Yeah, you okay? So it's like a slightly different. Does that make sense? Complicated. Yeah. So this is the basic one, guys.
이게 기본 한 손으로.
Let's say you have someone very flexible. He's not tapping.
탭이 안 나와.
You go a little lower. Still don't touch your shoulder, but you go a little
어깨가
lower.
땅으로 가리지 않고.
This rotates.
맞추면서 두 손을 잡으시고.
Yeah. You okay? Okay. Yeah. Good. What if the guy is really flexible and really like he's just like a Gumby guy? We're gonna take this leg and he turns this way. So we're like, okay, this guy is like he's so Gumby, he's so flexible. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to get to here. Instead, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna take my feet and I'm actually gonna open them up and I put this foot on the floor. I'm gonna go out here and then this arm goes underneath. I'm gonna grab my hands together. It depends on how long your arms are. You can go here or you can go here. I'm gonna open up my arms, go like this. Shouldn't say open, I mean like extend. So we here. Now look, now I open my hip, I go over, and now I pull, and I lock my legs. But this time we do a triangle. Now look, his leg is stuck inside my legs. As long as I keep this triangle, it is very hard for him to get out. And now I can go back and it's a very easy heel hook. He turns this way. Look at how far the leg is. If I let go of this, yeah, it's hard. I go like this, hold the knee here and go under. And look at my legs. If I'm like this, he just gets out. Okay, I gotta be like this. And if he gets this over here, we're just gonna come back on top. He got out, right? So we're here, so he's turning this way. I go here. Now I straighten my arms. And I open my hip over the foot. And now I pull back in. And this knee goes under here. This is a funny move actually because let me tell you guys a story about this move. So Eddie Cummings came up with this. And when I first saw it, I was like, I don't think this can work. It looks unrealistic. Then I started trying it and I hit it in a match on a pretty good opponent. But then some people I was trained with came up with some defenses and I was like, okay, I don't think it's good anymore. Then I came up with ways to get past those defenses and I hit it in 2 more matches. And then people came up with new defenses and I thought this move sucked again. But then I started doing it the old way I did it because people stopped remembering how to defend that way and I hit it in more matches. So I keep changing my mind, does this move work or not? But the reality is it keeps working, so I have to say it does, right? Like, I've done this move 5 times against only brown and black belts. I've never done this on like a blue belt or in competition, only brown and black belts. These are all good guys, all good grapplers. So it's funny, like I keep doing it, and so at a certain point I have to stop saying, okay, I think it works now. I kept thinking of I kept changing my mind, but now the key with this move is to just understand the timing of it. You are opening your legs, so there's a chance he gets out. So when you do that,
그래서 하실 때
we have to do two things. We have to understand how to open and then close, and we have to know. I'm gonna go over next. Like when it just doesn't work, you come on top. Okay, because sometimes you go for it, and then I had one match where I went for it, the guy escaped, and I came up and I got the sweep points for it instead. So again, I'm only gonna do this when he turns really hard and I lose the angle to get the grip. Now I go to here, and I'll grab the knee here, I'll kind of turn him and get this, get underneath. Either here, guys, or here. And now, actually, I think I'll maybe start with this, but I like the S grip because I can extend. When I first get it, sometimes I even put my chin here to keep everything really tight. Now I open where I extend. And now I've got to pull everything back to here. Another thing you can do is this. You go here, you get the initial grip, but you feel like maybe when I open, he's going to take this knee, no. He's going to get that. And the knee goes out. Okay, how can we stop that? We can stop that by, first he's gonna go this way, so I catch. I go here, but now I feel like he's gonna go the other way. So now look, I'm gonna just pull back, I come up on top, and I just lie down. Now he can't turn that way. So now what I do is I basically sit on him. I don't sit back until I've folded this. Then I'll sit back and I'll triangle. And now once you get this, here's a tip. Take his foot, move it over here so he's not kicking you in the balls. Now we heel hook him. So we go back, heel hook. And you finish the heel hook in the same way. I would even do the same thing with the grip. Now, what if I had a match one time with a guy who was crazy flexible. Here I could not get the heel hook because he was like hiding. What should you do? Take the foot, grab the foot and the heel, and I'll push to this side, okay? And get very close to him. Go here, and now it's a knee bar. Okay, very strong. This is really, really strong. If you're gonna do this, guys, very, very, very slow. Yeah, just bridge, okay? Pretty easy to finish, okay? That's if he's crazy flexible. If you're like, he's like here, he turns. Here, hold it, lift. And now it's like, there's really no way out except getting his leg broken. Okay, one more time, the whole thing. Here, we go here. Now there's two ways to do it. With my hips low or with my hips high. My recommendation, guys, practice the hips low first. Do it with your hips low first, because then you'll kind of, it's easier to sort of understand it. Like you go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? Now, then you understand it, right? Then you can add the hips high method. And what the hips high method adds is he can't turn this knee this way. Yeah, it's very, very difficult. You basically sit on him and just step over. And now don't lean back yet. Tuck your foot, then sit back. And then triangle. And now 1, 2, knee bar, okay? All right, any questions? Let's give this a try. And also, guys, if your training partner is not flexible enough to do this on, not everyone is flexible enough to even do this move on. If you're here and you feel like you can't get it because he's too stiff, you could just practice it like open hands. So you understand the pathway. In real life, you need to connect your hands. But if he's really stiff, like who's so if I open my hands, I think I can do it. Yeah, like with Tom, maybe I can lean back. Yeah, look, guys, I can do it. Yeah. The guy, if he's stiffer, he just gotta kind of help you out, right? Look, can I try it on you? Okay. Can I try it on you? Yeah. So his thighs are pretty large. So look, lie back. Yeah. So here I'll do maybe open hands. just to practice it. Does that make sense, guys? If he's too big to do it normally, do it with your open hands. Understand, that's just a teaching method. You can't actually do it with the open hands. Do this with my right arm.
오른쪽 팔을 좀
I go over
위에 넘어가면서 걸쳤죠.
and then under, and look, I get it really deep. And my hips are close to his. Now look, I get this, like, not here, guys.
여기가 좀 어색하죠.
Because here, he's just gonna straighten his leg out.
다리 차면
I need to go like
깊게 가셔야 돼요.
this.
하듯이 깊게.
Deep, deep, deep. And my hips are close to him. Guys, if I'm over here,
여기는 좀
this is not good.
스팅이 잘
I get close to him,
붙어 있는 상황.
over,
넘어가고
and then under.
하듯이 깊게 아래쪽.
So everybody give that a try. So we're gonna look at one more way to get a heel hook, and then we're gonna look at coming back on top. First, let's go over a way that I really like if people are spinning really fast and you really can't catch them with the first shotgun grip, or maybe you can't even control the secondary leg. So we're gonna look at it slow so you guys can see it, but in real life, understand that it usually happens very fast, okay? I get a grip, maybe it's not the best grip. Maybe I don't have the side of his foot like I want. And then I'm gonna take this hand, I grab the knee, or above the knee really. Now, he's gonna spin that way. I'm gonna let him go with my legs, but keep my legs here. So now, I'm not gonna hold tight. I'm just gonna keep my hands where they are. I'm not gonna let him free his knee line, but I am gonna let him spin. He keeps spinning.
계속 틀면 빨리 하는데 무릎이
Keep going. And then you catch it.
이제 저희가 잡을게요.
So I got 2 wins like this in pretty recent tournaments. In Singapore a couple months ago, in the finals, I went against a Malaysian guy with a pretty good leg lock defense, and I put him here, and he spun, and when he spun,
그러면 확 틀었을 때
keep going. You just like let him keep going. Let's go this way. What we can't let happen is this. So when he spins, let's say he like pushes on my butt here,
엉덩이 밀면
and he gets the knee out. That's what we have to watch for. I've got to hold on to the knee inside my knee line.
유지를 하셔야 돼요.
So when he goes, so first practice it like just the spinning part.
틀죠?
So if he puts up here, if he puts his foot on my butt, keep the foot on my butt. Yeah, keep it right there. Good. If he gets that right,
이렇게 세팅 가면
what I recommend is open up your legs,
다리 다시 열어.
and now as he spins, keep spinning.
많이 틀 때
But keep the foot on my butt.
계속 가죠.
You got to keep going. You can, yeah. And then you open, and you get it with something else.
열어서 살짝
Yeah.
이렇게
Let me use I'll use the flexible child. Nice and slow. Go that way. Okay. First thing he just spins. Yeah. Keep going. So you just switch your legs.
이게 첫 번째.
If I keep like
이게 계속 그냥 유지만 하려고 하면
if I keep my legs over here, he's gonna get out. So I can kind of go on the floor. He keeps spinning.
누워서 다리 살-
I go through the legs,
이 다리가 다시
and you get him with this. In Singapore, I actually finished him. My legs instead they went here. This is good too.
이것도 좋아요.
But this is definitely better. Yeah, I would rather have this or even
이거는
this.
이게 낫다고 생각합니다.
But this is okay.
근데 여기도 뭐 안
It can work. If he doesn't push,
밀어버릴 수가 있고.
you just get him here.
그 바로
If he does,
상대방이 엉덩이 밀어요 다리.
he's putting his foot on my butt. I've got to change what my legs are doing.
다리를 풀어야 돼.
I can't keep them over here.
다리가 넘어갔어.
To here. So we're here. He's spinning.
상을 틀죠. 밀면서.
Okay, if I just let him keep pushing, he's gonna get me. You just go the other way with your legs. So just the spin, my fingers kind of, don't stop him from spinning. Don't try to like squeeze.
틀게 이게
Just don't let the knee
하지 말고 그냥
come
무릎이
out.
안 빠지.
Okay, so he spins nice and slow.
무릎 틀어도 괜찮은데.
Keep going. He's gonna give it to you. It's easy, very, very easy. Because sometimes what happens is he starts to spin and then he realizes what's happening. Okay, if I keep spinning, he's gonna get the heel hook. So what you've got to do then is, or what he wants to do, so he spins,
틀었다가
and right here,
여기서
he starts pushing.
그래서 원칙다리 이용해서 엉덩이 밀면서 무릎을 풀리려고.
Let's go back.
두 번째 기술
Okay, here, keep holding,
계속 유지하시고 다리 모양 바꿔서.
and it could be here,
여기 가도 되고
it could be here,
여기 가도 되고.
it could be in a couple different spots. He pushes and he keeps spinning, Just somewhere where the leg's over here. And he keeps spinning. Yeah. It could be like, you okay? It could be like here. Something like this. Does this make sense, guys? Yeah, so it's like it's all about this. He's going one way, then he's going another way. We have to go back and forth. Okay, let's give this a try. 1, 2, 3. Because here that the leg is like, this is kind of like a knee bar, right? The angle to catch the heel is very easy. So now when he keeps going, it's like it's already in place, right? If you guys go back and watch, it's a very old match, but it's really good. Gary Tonin versus Dylan Dennis. ABCC 2015. You'll see in that match what happens is Dylan goes like this, and Gary's here. I think it was like maybe like this. It's almost like a knee bar. Dylan is trying to push out. Gary holds on to him, and then he keep backstepping. Yeah, they end up like here, and that's how Gary finishes them. And that's where I came up with this idea. I didn't come up with it, I just saw Gary do it. So, does that make sense? So it's like I stop right here, right here. This is where you kind of catch the heel. When he essentially is it's like kind of a shitty knee bar. It's not like a good knee bar. And you can finish it here. This is how you do this. You can step on his head. Plenty of options. You can really do what you prefer. But the key is catching him as he spins, not letting the knee out of the knee line. Does that make sense, guys? He's gonna push, put elbow over here, and my legs are here. I'm gonna take them over here. Don't be look, you're doing too much of this. With your hands. Loose. Very loose. Since I keep it very loose. I'm not letting the knee come out, but I'm letting him spin. It's a little hard at first. You have to be tight, but not like. Okay, let me see you do it again. The last thing is just a concept. When you're thinking about leg locks, I want you to think of the entanglement and the heel hook as two different things that you could get them in either order. Sometimes you'll get the heel hook first, and then the entanglement. Sometimes it'll be the other way. You'll get the entanglement, and then the heel hook. Okay, it can be either order. Okay, and sometimes you're gonna get the heel hook. I want to get one entanglement. He blocks it, so I get a different one. Holding this leg. Okay, I can't get this one now. Maybe I can't get 50-50. Maybe he's blocking this one. So anyway, now let's do one last move. Okay, this time we're gonna just assume this guy is like really hard to heal. Get this leg, I'm gonna kind of sit back.
살짝 뒤로 누르면서
And then I'm gonna come up. And I'm gonna go towards him. I'm gonna underhook.
언덕을
And
잡으시고
I'm gonna put my hand right by his head.
머리 상단 머리 옆으로 박아서
Snap over here. And then I grip the tricep and close out.
상들 뒤로 당길게요.
This is super easy knee cut. I push here.
밀어놓고
Then I go here. Point my toes.
발가락
I go out. I walk my hips back into his.
골반 다시 뒤로 빠지면서
So this is like a really easy easy pass. And so think about this, guys. You can do stuff like this. So we can start off like we did here.
패스 포지션으로 기억하시면
And I'm trying to get chest to chest, but I can't get to it. I go for this. I go here. Maybe went for the heel hook.
뛰는 걸 노리려고 세를 포지션을 만들었어요.
It's really hard to heel hook.
휘두르기 좀
And now it's so much easier to get chest to chest.
근데 포지션을 좀 더 잘 나온단 말이에요. 세를
I can get to this position. He holds tight in his legs. How do I get my leg out?
다리가 어떻게 빠질까요?
And then here.
알죠.
And now I don't just go for the pass.
다리가 빠졌으면
Look, my hips are this way. He has no space to put his knee back in. If I just open up, walk my hips
뒤로
into
걸어가면서
his,
상황을 X자로
and then I
만들고
finish. Let's give this a shot. If he's turned this way and stop, you can right there. Okay, guys, if he's turned here. Okay, what is easy and what is difficult? This is very easy. I'm trying to get up. Look, this is in my way. This is identical to the leg drag. The angle of the shin and the knee here will always make like coming up very different. And so imagine if the heel hooks were illegal in this rule set.
이용하면 안 되는 상황에서는
This makes sense, right? Like, if this position is legal, if I can do this position, but I can't heel hook him, this is a good way to stop the sweep. How I get, it's very hard actually to get up because I'm running into his shin. But if leg locks are illegal, it doesn't make sense. But
말이 안 되는 거죠.
when he defends, yeah, look now,
할 때
I can come up very easy because he doesn't want to get leg locked. He gives me a path
무릎이 빠져요.
forward,
피스트랑 마찬가지예요.
right? Like whereas you know if he goes here, okay, he's like so with there it's kind of here. I would not recommend coming up for a sweep. I would take the heel hook. But when he like let's say I'm here, yeah, so, okay, he's got good leg lock defense. I can't get him with anything. That's when I would come up for what we looked at. Okay, yeah, so hopefully that will help. Hi guys, I'm Robert Degle. I'm teaching, so I taught passing into leg locks here at Jiu-Jitsu Land in Busan, South Korea. Came mainly to compete at the Jiu-Jitsu Royale tournament, which was really, really good. I'm gonna come back for the next one, December 21st, and I'll probably do 77, 88, and maybe the absolute as well, most likely. I like doing multiple divisions just to get more matches. Yeah, it was a great experience, and I'm looking forward to the next one. I wanted to teach like passing into the saddle. That was how I won my first match yesterday. It's something that I really, really like. I think chaining passing into leg locks and then using leg locks, like passing in leg locks and sweeping in leg locks, or like wrestling in leg locks, like any kind of like takedown. I think they chain really, really well together, especially the saddle, because if you can go back into the saddle, but you still have the inside position, and we're gonna look at this next. It's very easy to get back on top. Like ultimately, at the end of the day, you can fall back for the leg lock. If it doesn't work, you can come back on top with the saddle. But if you go to other positions like outside ashi or 50-50, or even like a straight ashi, it's harder to, you can still get back on top, but it's a little bit harder. Whereas with cross ashi, it's pretty easy. Cross ashi or the saddle is like as much a passing position as it is a leg locking position. I love coming to Korea. I'm looking forward to coming back in December.